Derek Comedy.
Yeah, Derek Comedy. Yeah. No, when I first got on YouTube, the only black people I saw was me, Afion Crockett, Donald Glover, and then eventually like Dormtainment.
Daystorm.
Is that before Spoken?
I didn't even see Daystorm until later. Me personally,
was heavy.
He was heavy on that.
Yeah,
and then
Spoken, right?
Spoken
after
he was
a little
after
later.
me.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Like that, y'all were the first wave as far as like black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they had like Tim De La Ghetto,
Right.
people like that.
Yeah.
Then the second wave, I would say Spoken Reasons
Right.
and Deshaun Raw.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yep.
that.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I was about to say.
Second
Deshaun Raw.
wave.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
What was your answer?
My answer was like basically like it was kind of that. It was on some like I don't know. I had got to a point where I'm getting my feelings.
Screw your feelings, Justin.
Fuck your feelings.
Screw your feelings.
No, I had got to a point where it's like, yo, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and I feel like I don't really have the support from the industry. I don't really have the support from my peers, and so it was like, well, I know I could do certain things, you know, and it ain't just me thinking this. Like I always example, like when I did Rush Hour, like I beat out everybody, right? So like you have to have a certain skill set.
And you wasn't even the guy at the time, which is dope.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like everybody's favorite comedian, everybody's favorite R&B singer, everybody's favorite rapper auditioned for Rush Hour. And so when you live personally knowing what you're capable of doing, and you feel like you're not getting the certain opportunities or accolades, but it's really opportunities to do certain things, then yeah, you start being like, well, I guess motherfuckers don't really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I guess the industry don't fuck with me. Like when I was doing Rush Hour, I didn't do no late night shows, right? I'm thinking I'm the star of a network TV series called Rush Hour.
Right.
This ain't like Cop Show. This is Rush Hour.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing Fallon. I'm not doing Jimmy Kimmel.
Is that a PR thing or just in general?
Who owns these late night shows though? The network. You see what I'm saying? Meaning you can really do whatever you really want to do.
Yeah.
They own the time. They own the show. So when I'm like, well, so when you feel like you're not really in, but you've earned, not fucking deserve, you've earned the spot, and you feel like you've earned the spot and people ain't really treating you or extending the hand a certain type of way, you start feeling like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, now I really have to go hard. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta double up and do MacGyver. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
well, I tried to get you on
you the man, bro. But yeah, the show had, but yeah, he was getting me on Michael Strahan when he was doing the daytime talk show.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't the Regis one.
It was
Good Morning
Kiki.
Yeah, but
Sarah and Kiki.
Yeah, no, you're a thorough. Well, Gary thorough through and through. You know, but anyways, so that was me kind of answering his question. Like, that's where kind of whatever quote unquote chip that I may have on my shoulder, where it comes from. But then I'm like, this is something I wanted to ask y'all, because it's like, how much do y'all feel you could be doing? And I want you to answer this too, with the whole unaffordable.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming that's somewhat of a chip.
Oh, absolutely is a chip.
Yeah,
absolutely is a chip.
And so where does that come from?
Every time I've done a comedy contest, I always made the finals, but I never won, even though I did everything I was supposed to do. And I knew I stood out, but I just never got the thing. And from that to doing comedy competitions, making to the finals and not feeling seen, and I've done all the things.
That's the key word, not feeling seen. I think
that's just a part of being in LA, man, and it's happened so often. It's like being a rapper. You talk about the money before you get it.
Yeah.
And so for me, now I'm in a space where literally people would call me and be like, yo, I know I can't afford you, but can you? You know what I'm saying? So that's where it came from. And I still feel like that. I just feel like I've done all the work. But I know a lot of times in this business, it ain't about work. It's about connection plus work.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Who you know, relationships.
Bro, like I know the people. But then sometimes when you shine, people feel like you don't need nothing. So they don't help you. And so I'm like you. I'm from the city. I don't have a crew or a team. I just keep working and figuring it out. And it keeps happening. But I'm blessed, and it's definitely a chip. But it's happening, though.
That was my thing I told him.
It's happening.
That's the same thing I told Keon. I said, bro, when I was doing Rush Hour, not even Rush Hour, MacGyver, I was like, ain't none of my friends post, yo, check out Justin Tonight on CBS.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I done did that shit.
Yeah, but
I posted some shit when you was walking in front of like a fucking Lamborghini and or some shit blew up or something.
I was on my shit. But when you have X amount of friends and peers, crews, and you like, well, shit, y'all ain't liking or sharing none of my shit. So, but I see you liking and sharing other people's shit and
they
commenting on
gotta-
other people's shit.
The cats that you ain't really cool with.
Yeah, niggas do that all
The
the
clout,
time, bro.
the clout.
But that's what
share.
it is. It's people just try to get into the algorithm, man. People try to, you know what I mean, keep certain people out the shit. Like it I think a lot of people are doing it subconsciously, you know what I mean? Where not saying that they're ignoring you and shit. They're doing it to where it's like, all right, we don't want to put certain niggas in this algorithm. We don't want to big these people up. We don't want to put them in stories. I remember I felt that way for a while, bro. And what I started doing is finding the bitches that follow me with the most comedians that follow her. So she can be bad as fuck, but if she got 40 comedians following her, hey, what's up, shorty? Oh my God, Reedo Brown, you funny? Yeah, put me in your stories real quick.
Right.
I'm in her stories now. Niggas is like, oh, I just seen this nigga.
Right.
Fuck, I just seen this.
I like
nigga.
that.
Fuck,
I
you
like
know
that.
what I mean? That's how
And
that
y'all
shit-
two, like y'all are very generous. And I feel like it's almost like I say with relationships. When you come from love, you can give love.
Yeah.
Cats that don't come from love, they can't give it. You come from
Absolutely not.
success
Yeah.
and goodwill. You and I have known each other for a long time, and you've always shared. You all randomly call me, encourage me about stuff. Especially you, like during quarantine lockdown, I started doing what's going on. You was like, bro, we had a whole conversation. We've known each other, but that's when it happened. And I'm saying cats like you and myself, like I give young comics, I always give game and information because I got more to give, and that's how I am. But everybody ain't like that because they live in lack,
Right.
and they feel like if I help you out, then I'm putting myself down. But you like, yo, like that's how the algorithm works in life. If I share your love and I got more to give, I'm gonna get more back.
There's been a time you probably don't even remember this shit, but it was a while ago. I was going through some shit and I ran into you at the gas station and you just gave me some words of encouragement and I was like, yo, that's you a solid dude.
I think I remember that too.
I've always had respect for you, and I was
Thank you,
I was telling him, like, you know, you always been you. You know what I mean? You've been solid. You know, no matter how high you go, you've been the same cat always.
Hey, Justin,
he making a
Justin,
beat while you
was
talking.
like, hey man, hang in there, man. That's all he said. Hey, hang in there, nigga. I'm gonna get this gas. I'm gonna get this gas, man. Hang in there. Nah, that's real though, man. Ron always been that kind of person. Man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Like for real. Like I remember I haven't even did comedy yet, bro. And I went to the Laugh Factory and it was a time when y'all were doing like the joke of the night. They was like, you would like text some shit, the joke of the night, and I put some crazy shit. And I put some crazy shit, and I won. And that was the night I met Ron. I'm like, yeah, I'm a comedian. He's like, oh, you a comedian? Yo, if you ever come back here, get up on the stage, come talk to me and shit. And I was like, oh, that's doper than like some other clubs be like, oh, you a comedian? Cool, nigga. So anyway, keep it moving. But he was always from that point. He was like, oh, nigga, if you come around, like let me know, type shit. I thought that was dope for real.
Okay, the most honest thing one of the most honest things a comedian ever told me. This is when I was started on YouTube, and I was going viral anyways. Like meaning like millions of views was viral back then. If you hit 1 million, that was considered viral. Yeah,
the good old days.
The good old days, right? People will laugh if you hit 1 million views. 1 million. So one of the most honest things a comedian ever told me, he said, Justin, people don't want their fans to see you. And I was like, for me, I was like, damn. Like for me, I'm thinking like I don't give a fuck. I share people shit all the time because I'm like, what's for right? Because I'm like, what's for you is for you. Here go my homeboy. I want this person to shine. That's just me personally. But when he said that, I was like, damn. But it has to be some sort of insecurity, right? It has to be some sort of I don't want
that lack, man.
Like that lack.
Some niggas ain't supposed to be here, man. Like
in life,
in
like
life,
born.
Nigga, if they mama and daddy ain't soulmates, they ain't supposed to be here, nigga.
Stupid.
Like, you know what I mean? They're just small shit like that. Niggas ain't supposed to be here. There's comics out here that are running away from home. They don't want to go back. They broke up with their girl, so they're trying comedy. Niggas actually thought about killing themselves, so they doing comedy. Like, there's different people that do it. And then there's niggas that are like, I was a class clown since I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
I went to school for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all, what the fuck award is this? I get C's and D's. Y'all giving out a class clown? I want it, nigga.
Yeah.
So by the 3rd grade, I was class clown until I graduated high school. You know, like when I decided to do comedy, I was just like, nigga, I don't want to work out and try sports no more. I don't want to work at a law firm. What am I good at? Oh, I'm funny. Let me try comedy. And it just made sense to me. There's people out there that we see them get on stage and it's just like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, nigga?
Yeah.
Like we've heard everything you said before. Your cadence is bad.
Right.
You're not practicing and you're going to come here and do that same shit today? Fuck it.
Yeah,
fuck it.
But it's like I said, when you come from it, you can create more.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can if somebody stole your sketch, you can take it back and rewrite.
Yeah, you know, because
better.
It's a formula.
I feel like that with comedy. Bro, I love this game. I can punch up anything.
Yeah, you're a beast at that.
Thanks, man. That's my gift. You know what I'm saying? But I love what we do.
And that's what I mean. Not everybody has gifts. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like you know who has a gift in this shit.
Right.
Like you said, everybody and every rapper, everybody tried out for Rush Hour, and you got it, nigga. You was locked in.
Right.
That's your shit. You nigga, I've seen you do everything, bro. When bring back to what's going on shit. The minute I seen it, I hit you up. I said, nigga, this is gonna go. I told him like, nigga, this is gonna go. I was like, dog, don't stop doing this, nigga. And every time he did it, nigga, what was you getting? 100 followers, 1,000. Like,
I didn't know though. I didn't know because people were like, why you keep doing a different video with the same song? But after a while, people caught on to it. It became a whole thing.
Over with. It's over with. I knew it. I seen it immediately. Right when I seen it and you slid it to the screen, I'm like, nigga, you can. I was like, I remember calling him. I'm like, yo, dog, you just slid it to the screen. I was like, nigga, you can pick up stuff off the picture, nigga. Yeah. He's like, what? I'm like, nigga, just sit it there behind the picture, right where it's at, and then just pick. Yo, this nigga started sliding the screen, picking up sandwiches. I'm like, yo, he's wilding. I was like, yo, this nigga is wilding on the internet, bro. Yeah, just to see that kind of shit, man. To see people actually get it and do it, bro. It's breathtaking for me.
Right.
I'm on the internet every fucking day, but then you just see people that are like, take Ron G video and they'll be side by side like, hey, y'all look at Ron G. Follow me though.
Hilarious. Funny, man. I wanted to add this to you. I want to give you your flowers as well, man, because I feel like it's levels to this game, but most cats never get to the second level because they think it's literally about just being funny. Like they think like, as long as I'm funny, I'll make it. And it has nothing to do with that now. It's probably 10% craft and 90% relationship and work ethic and your time come. But for you, I celebrate you, man, because I remember, like, we've known each other for a long time, but I watch your career take off, and especially your stand-up. And there was a time where Justin used to get a standing ovation every time he went to the stage. He was like, I got a standing ovation. I'm like, yeah, but what did they walk away with?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he used to brag about it. I'm like, we both was, it wasn't necessarily competition, because I just love this craft, but I kept trying to find my voice. And I remember you went from getting a standing ovation to like, let me find out what I want to talk about. And now the energy is there and the content is there. Like what happened to make you want to change that? You remember?
Right. You asking what happened?
Yeah, like personally. That's why I keep asking people your why. Like, cause I saw you graduate to another level of stand-up. It wasn't just about being funny. Now you like, I'm gonna say my story and still, because you're a performer. I like people that perform on stage.
Right.
Like, it's one thing to be funny, but when you take me on a journey and you become the people and the characters you're talking about and take me on this whole journey, I think it's a dope thing. But I watch you become that. When did that transition, that turn happen? When you came from like, I'm getting a standing ovation versus like, now I got the content. I'm gonna let you know my life, and I'm still gonna perform and take you on this journey.
I realized, first of all, I appreciate that for real.
Sure.
I realized I wasn't growing as a comedian. You see some of these comedians, I'm not gonna name names, but they destroy.
Call them out.
They you see them, they killing, but they saying the same material that they've been saying for 20 years.
Comedy View what? What'd you say?
So they
season 7 Comedy View?
I don't, so
1990 what?
Exactly. And so they murdering, but it's like they not growing. I heard Chris Rock once say, your jokes got you to where you're at in your career. So if whatever jokes you was telling got you to that point, now you can either write new jokes to get you to the next level, or you can keep telling those jokes and you go keep staying at the level you're at.
A ceiling.
You gonna hit that ceiling, right? So I realized it was a couple things. I realized I wasn't growing. So I was getting these standing ovations, but I wasn't growing. Like, meaning like even with time, like I could do a hot 10 minutes, but can you do a hot 15? Can you do a hot 20? Can you do a hot hour? And you can't if you keep doing the same fucking 10 minutes. Then I realized I wanted to be great. You see what I'm saying? I didn't want to be okay. I didn't want, because I was watching people, especially when I started really watching people's specials. And I'm like, it's cool. Let's go to the material. I realized, I'm like, well, why are they funny in clubs, but it's not translating through the TV screen? Like, I've seen these people in clubs destroying. I could tell right now in the club, they probably destroying. But for whatever reason, it's not translating through the TV screen. And for me personally, I said, it's the material. If the material isn't strong enough, it's not going to translate through the TV screen. It has to be something on another level, what you're talking about, for it to really resonate with somebody that's sitting at home on their couch versus somebody in the club that's watching and laughing. So those is really like the main components when it was like, I want to be great. I want to grow as an artist. And I want to make sure whenever I start putting out specials that people like, nigga, that's a classic.
That's the one.
Yeah. Right. Because I mean, we done all seen specials recently. I mean, people we love. And I'm like, that was cool.
But,
you know.
But it's also saturated too. Like a long time ago, a special used to be a special thing. You couldn't wait on Friday night, the special was going to drop, but now they drop so often.
But I still
and they
feel
aren't
like
special.
I still feel like funny is funny too,
But
though.
I also think we see too much comedy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, when
It's
you go,
saturated.
when you
That's
go on
true.
social media, it's always comedy. Is a lot of these people that are just doing videos are taking comedians' jokes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I want me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning. Stab my back is tempting.